Every emotional decision in trading has a cost. Most traders know that. What most traders don't know is that the most expensive emotional decisions aren't the ones that cost them money immediately. They're the ones that don't. This is the difference between an emotional decision that loses and one that wins, and why the one that wins actually costs you more. When an emotional decision produces a loss, the signal is immediate. Something went wrong. You deviated from the plan. The deviation actually cost you because you took a loss. The lesson is uncomfortable, but it is clear. Now, when an emotional decision produces a win, there is no signal. The trade worked, the deviation felt right, and the brain does exactly what it's designed to do. It records that result as evidence. It worked. Do it again next time. Because you banked on it, you made money on it. Not a conscious decision, just a quiet shift. The deviation starts to feel less like a deviation and more like an acceptable thing to do. And the next time you have that same feeling, you trust it a little more and maybe it wins again. And the trust grows, the pattern starts embedding until the same feeling in different conditions produces a loss. And you can't trace that loss back because the last time you felt this way, it worked. The winning emotional decision didn't help you. It quietly moved the line of what felt acceptable. That is the cost. Not in the trade that won, in every trade after it, where the line kept moving until the conditions caught up. The emotional decision that wins is not proof it was right. It is the start of a pattern that will cost you later in conditions the original trade didn't account for. Let me show you exactly what this actually looks like, and this is a real story from a client of mine across 3 days. 3 planned gold trades missed out entries in 1 day. Each time the plan said the same thing, and if it misses, we move on. On the third miss, 9 minutes after I mentioned to each client that is missed and I cancelled the trade, one client sent me a profit receipt that he banked 118 pips on that gold trade. But when I looked at the receipt, his entry price didn't match our planned entry. Our price was 5161.35, his entry on his receipt was 5164.8. So instantly, it told me, well, he didn't accept the miss, did he? He had watched gold move without him and jumped into the trade late. And it paid 118 pips. You know, a good result. You made money, you banked on it, by any measure, a winning trade. That win is the most important moment in this story. Not the losses that followed, the win. Because that win sent one message to his brain where going off plan produced a profit. The feeling said, this worked, so I'll do it next time. I saw it immediately and told him directly, you got away with it this time, you can't keep doing this. Just accept the misses, and we're entering early and hitting a stop loss unnecessarily will be painful. He understood that, he acknowledged the risk, and then the next day, he did it again. But this time, 9 times. The next day, I woke up to a screenshot of his account balance and trade history. 9 gold trades taken in 1 evening. It is rare to find 9 gold trades that fit the trading plan in 1 day, let alone just 1 evening. 7 losses, 2 break-evens, several different lot sizes. Not one of those trades met the trading plan criteria. Every single one was taken based on what he thought would happen, not what the plan said to do. His messages told the rest. I don't know what is going on with me, but I'm feeling bad. I don't know why I don't follow the plan. You can be mad at me, I deserve it. I'm done for the week. All of it, 9 trades, 7 losses, 2 break-evens, stemmed from 1 trade the day before. That 118 pip win. I told him it was a wrong move to make, and he understood it was wrong, and he agreed it was wrong. But the signal the result left in his brain that it worked, it paid, and going off plan produced a profit was louder than the conversation that followed it. That is the invisible cost of an emotional win. Not that nobody noticed, not that nobody reviewed it, but that the brain's record of the result doesn't get erased by understanding that it shouldn't have happened. The habit forms from what the result felt like, not from what the lesson said. The win was reviewed, the lesson was delivered, he understood it, and the next day he did it 9 more times. That is how powerful the signal from a winning emotional decision is. The result speaks louder than the instruction that followed it. And it doesn't stop there, because the following day it compounded further. Another gold miss that we had, this time same pattern, where he didn't accept it. Got in late, where there's higher exposure because the entry was worse, reduced lot size to compensate, which broke the fixed risk management rule. The trade ran 265 pips for him, far beyond the normal 80 to 100 pip initial target, but because the lot size was smaller, the actual monetary value or the actual profit was lower than usual. So instead of closing at the normal target, he held. His final target became unrealistic to 700 pips, where we have never aimed for 700 pips before. That number arrived because the reduced lot size meant the normal result didn't feel like enough. He moved the stop to break even, but not into profit. Price pulled back, the trade closed at 0. 0 at break even from 265 pips. 6 minutes later, guess what? A screenshot of his next trade, not prepared earlier in the day or in the week, found in the moment where it's forced, off plan, but with the correct lot size this time. But the stop loss ended up being 60 pips instead of the planned 25 pips. His old habits crept in, trading based on where he thinks price was going to go. That second trade loss larger than normal. The messages that followed after that again, be tougher on me. I've deleted the app. I can't control myself. I'm feeling very restless. Psychologically, I'm not ready. 3 days, 1 win, 2 days of compounding damage. Not from bad analysis, not from a broken methodology, from one emotional decision on day one that produced a win and was never reviewed properly because it was a win. That win said going off plan is acceptable because you cashed on it, you made money from it. Chasing a miss works. Day 2 said do it 9 times. And then day 3 said do it again and again. The methodology didn't fail him across those 3 days. The emotional win on day 1 did from FOMO. That is the invisible cost of an emotional decision that wins. Not immediate, not obvious. Disguised as a profit and costing everything after it. The 118 pip win was the most expensive result of those 3 days because it was the one that set everything else in motion and the one that nobody would think to actually review. And here's why this is so hard to catch and the one thing that actually catches it. After a winning week, what do you actually review? Because most traders review nothing. The week works, so what's there to review? The account is up, there is nothing to address, right? But inside that winning week, even if in one trade deviated from the plan and won, a habit just took its first step. The off-plan trade that lost gets scrutinized. What went wrong, what drifted, what needs to change. The off-plan trade that won gets hidden under results. It's invisible inside a good week. And that is where the pattern starts and becomes a habit. In the gap between what the result was and what the process actually did. Think about it simply. If you follow your plan exactly as you should and win, the plan gets the credit. If you go off plan and win, the deviation gets the credit. Even though the plan would have produced the same result or better without the deviation, the brain doesn't make that distinction. It just records going off plan, wins, do it again. The only protection against this is reviewing wins the same way you review losses. Not to find something to criticize, to check whether the process was actually followed exactly as you should. Every trade, win or lose, has one question worth asking. Did I follow the plan exactly as I should? Not approximately, not almost, exactly. If yes, the win belongs to the methodology. Move on. If no, the deviation from the plan needs to be reviewed. Where did I go off plan? Why did I go off plan? Regardless of the result. Because a deviation that wins today is a habit that costs you tomorrow. Subscribe and go and watch the video on journaling, specifically the plan versus actual comparison. That is the exact mechanism that catches winning deviations before they become habits. That video is the direct next step from what we have just covered. A deviation that wins gets remembered as evidence. A deviation that loses gets reviewed. That asymmetry is where the expensive habits form, in the wins nobody looked at. So the honest check worth doing right now is just think about your last winnings week. Not what you made that week, but what you actually did. Did every trade follow the plan exactly? Entry at the plan level, size as planned, management as planned, no adjustments mid-trade based on how it felt, or was there a moment, maybe small, where the emotion made a call that the plan didn't? If there was, that moment is not behind you, it is ahead of you, waiting for the conditions where the same feeling produces the opposite result. Every emotional decision has a cost. Sometimes it arrives immediately, a loss that makes the lesson obvious, right? Sometimes it arrives later, attached to a habit that formed quietly during a winning streak in a winning week, inside a winning trade that nobody thought to question. The immediate cost announces itself. You feel it, you review it, you address it from the loss, right? The delayed cost does not announce itself. It arrives weeks later, disguised as a loss that came from nowhere. It didn't come from nowhere. It came from the win that felt like proof last time, but was actually the start of a new habit. Review the wins, check whether the plan was followed exactly as you should, because the habits worth catching are not inside the losses, they're inside the win. Trade what you see, not what you think.